Joining us from Western Illinois is head coach Billy Wright, student athletes Kobe Webster and Brandon Gilbeck. Our normal format will be an opening statement from coach. We'll take questions for the student athletes. Please identify your name and affiliation prior to your first question. Go ahead, coach.
Obviously, it was a hard-fought game. It was a good game, good college basketball game. Both teams played hard. Obviously, we got down big in the second half, and I thought our guys did a really good job fighting back into the game. A lot of teams may have given up in that situation, but I was very, very proud of our guys for the way that they fought back and had a chance to win, come down to 1 or 2 possessions, and they made a few more than we did and won the game.
Scott Holland, Donna Voice. Kobe, did everything look good and feel good on that last shot? Did you think it looked like it was going down?
In my mind, I probably should have shot the first one. I crossed over and had some space, but it is what it is.
Brandon, they came out on fire from 3 early. Did you guys think that eventually they would just cool off, or was it you guys had to make some big adjustments right away?
No, I mean, we knew they were capable of hitting shots. It was just a matter of us improving our defense, making them feel our presence. We didn't do that.
What was the difference that got you guys back into the game when you did fall down by about 15?
I think Brandon said it. We made a few adjustments. We were doubling, so we made guys feel our presence a little bit more on the kickouts, and they missed a few, but there's a few we didn't really capitalize on, so they were able to maintain the lead. But overall, the adjustments we made, we executed well.
Any other questions for the student athletes? All right, thanks, guys. You can head back to the locker room.
Thanks, fellas.
Questions for coach?
Coach, what was it that kind of got you guys back into the game and kind of turned that corner there to get back into it?
I think, like the player said, feeling our presence more. We switched our ball screen coverage a little bit, and then we switched and cross-matched with Brandon, put him on number 5 pretty much the last 10 minutes, and then that allowed him to double. So, but they still made some big shots down the stretch.
Kobe's just been that guy for you when you need a big shot, and he really kept you guys in it early and got you back in it late. What kind of growth have you seen from him this season?
Well, I think a lot of his growth it doesn't show up in the stats. He's an extension of the coach, extension of the culture, and what we try to do on and off the court, in the classroom, in the weight room, and on the basketball floor. And this year in particular, with him being a sophomore, just being more of a vocal leader. He knows how to play the game of basketball. He can make shots for himself or create shots for others. So just the growth, I would say, is in the leadership role and being more vocal with his teammates.
Coach, what are your thoughts on NDSU, the fact that they don't have any seniors?
Well, I think it's similar to us. We have one, Brandon Gilbeck. Both teams are fighting. We knew it would be a very physical game, competitive game, and we'll come down to 1 or 2 possessions. And we made a few adjustments in the second half and got back in the game. Had a chance to go up. I was very, very pleased with our looks that we got in and around the baskets. We missed some shots that we normally make, and got some defensive stops down the stretch. You know, when you're down 15, you have to do one thing, and that's get stops in order to give yourself a chance to get back in. So I was pleased with the way our guys fall back into it.
Isaac Dinesen, Bison Information Network. Anything you and your team can possibly learn from each of these last 2 games here in Sioux Falls going forward?
It's hard. We're looking at the film and see from an X and O standpoint, but just the overall experience, as you mentioned, we're young too, in terms of starting 2 freshmen, sophomore, junior, and 1 senior. So I think there's a big step forward for our program in terms of winning that first game. 8 seed, beating the 1 seeds, history in the making, but for the most part, just understanding what it takes and younger players coming back, a lot to look forward to, and hopefully we can continue to win and advance in March this time next year.
You did a lot of different rotations, a lot of lineup juggling. Was that just kind of finding those guys who could flip that switch for you? Because there are some guys some lineups that maybe didn't play a lot together this season that got a lot of minutes on the floor as 5 guys.
For the most part, it's a game of matchups. And we knew that when 23 came into the game, he's more mobile, very, very athletic. That's a tough matchup for Jordan. So that's where you insert James Clare. And obviously, Brandon had a quick foul, and then he got 2 fouls. And then you look at Isaac. Isaac came in off the bench for Zion Young. So there were some foul situations that we were in, as well as the matchups. That's really why you saw the depth.
What did you see differently this time around from the freshman Sam Griesel for NDSU?
Well, he's always been confident with his shot. He's a young man that, again, he's a pick and pop stretch. And, we thought that we could rotate to him or stunt to him. There's different things that we did. But obviously, I think his confidence has grown over the course of the season.
Any other questions for Coach? All right, thank you, Coach.
Thank you.